I think we're live. All right, let's see how many people have their notifications on. Oh man, every time I do these, I always have the innate fear that like no one will turn up. In which case, like we're just gonna hang out for a little bit.
Oh god, I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's always a fun little thing, but we're gonna wait and see. And hopefully the storm that is currently on Storm Isha will allow us to continue unfettered. We shall see. I will pop the announcement out now. I also found out that the algorithm really favors memes over like video shares.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very strange.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's very odd. So, right, well, let's have a little look here. And the music we're using is from Pizza Hotline, and it is Low Poly Breaks Disc 5. The British drum and bass jungle scene in video game remixes is really big at the moment with people like Macroblank as well. Please go and support your artists. Just love this kind of vibe. Alright. Let's see who pops up, and I need a good meme. I'm not looking at the chat, so I need a good something. Some of the stuff that like some meme culture right now is so strange as well. Like the one I put up yesterday was like just a TikTok and Peter Griffin's like throwing up, and then there's just a comment. It's like there's a skinless body behind the Domino's I work at. It's just weird.
I am not up to date on meme culture in any sense of the word.
Honestly, I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, but that's it.
We're gonna go with a Minecraft meme today, even though I have not played Minecraft in a long time, and I think my audience is a little bit older than the Minecraft collective, but I think it works, so we're gonna go with it. And yeah, we'll see. All right, we've got 4 concurrent viewers. All right, the stream's current bitrate is low. Okay, let's open the widget. Ooh, okay. I need to change the bitrate, apparently. Hello, Hiki, Aaron Paulus, Scott Brew. We stan that beautiful flag. How do I change the bitrate? God, I'm such a boomer. I am the biggest of boomers. Okay, I think I can change it in the settings anyway. So it should be...
Don't look at me.
No, I'm not going to look at you. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it should be... how much? What did it say it should be? We recommend you use... Oh, 6,800. Wow, okay. All right, well, let's just do that then. And let's just hope that works. Okay, well, fingers crossed. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this frosty evening, depending on where you are in the world, of course. We are just going to hang out, myself and the wonderful Spirit Voices, who the dedication that this wonderful human being has is astounding. just got off work, still in the business uniform, jumped straight on to hang out. That is some dedication.
Got my polo shirt. I'm ready to go.
You did post the right flag, Aaron. We love the trans flag here, of course. But yeah, we are also. You wear a polo shirt to your job?
Yeah, it has a logo on it.
Polo shirts. Can we just talk about how uncomfortable polo shirts are? They are like possibly the least comfortable of the work shirt conglomerate.
Yeah, I don't mind mine, honestly, but I don't, like, I don't know, I don't have any variation in my outfit, which I realize is the whole purpose of a uniform, but I'm actually one of the only employees who actually wears my uniform consistently, so... I
also think the issue is, like, the summer. I could not, it could not be me, but anyway... we're gonna try and see if anyone else pops in the next few minutes, and then we'll get into some information about what we're doing with the channel, reflecting on stuff, where we're going, a couple of announcements. But if anyone has any questions, anyone wants to discuss, like we're here, we're happy to talk. We're just gonna hang. It's gonna be nice and chill. You know, I mean, 5 concurrent views is always. I still think it's lovely when we get any concurrent viewers. I can't remember what the max was. I think it was like 20 to 30. on our last
we
one,
had a
which is
lot.
really cool. But because my forgetful ass confused everybody and was like, oh, it's this Sunday, and I meant next Sunday because of traveling. Yeah, really stupid on my part. So hopefully people are able to join in.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
But we will see. How's everybody's weekend been? Like, please let us know. Hopefully it's been plentiful. Hopefully you've had a fun time. And I guess, like, even if people don't join, we'll still tell the news, because, like, you know, we understand that there is a large conglomerate of people that will just check this out afterwards. I think we had like a couple hundred, like 300, 400 people maybe. I'd have to look at the numbers who checked out the stream afterwards. So I know that y'all will check this out when you're off work or not, family obligations, either way. But and again, apologies, the storm may kick me out. The delightful storm Isha is rolling overhead, so we will see. Lulu, let's talk about the Nightmare Detectors real quick. We are wrapping up in the real world time. We are very close to wrapping up the actual game now.
Yeah.
And again, I recognize as well, for those of you who are, you know, Sturgeon fans, you want to be here for the Sturgeon stories, and you're not into the Nightmare Detectives, that is totally understandable. You have been heard, and that's why there's more Sturgeon content that is not related, but we will obviously talk about this as well. But yeah, we, I believe in the current viewing, we are about to wrap up Knowledge is Power. The Obsidian Pillar just went out, so then there's going to be an interlude, a primer, and I think we're doing Nightmare in Mendoza Lands going out, which is one of our one-shots. But in the actual gameplay, we are nearly done. We started, I want to say it was a year, or just over a year ago.
Yeah, it was a little less than a year ago, I think. It was like February 2nd or
okay,
something.
so I really wanted us to wrap up on the 1 year anniversary, but that did not happen. So that's that is okay. Hiki, my weekend has been amazing. I'll be heading back to university tomorrow. I hope you are looking forward to it. What do you study? If you can tell us. I hope it's going well. University is an incredible experience. I really enjoyed mine. I'm hoping to go back and do my master's. Maybe this year, next year. I kind of told myself I want to be a doctor before I'm 40. So we'll see if I can manage that. I've still got quite a bit of time. Aaron, I'm glad yours has been good. I hope you're relaxing. But yeah, Lulu, how wild is it that we're nearly done with this?
It's crazy. I consistently, I don't know, just sort of reflect on how long of a journey to get here.
It's also
like
twice a week as well, so that meant it have been 2 year story in 1 year compact, basically.
Yeah, well, and like how far our characters have come in that, mostly. I don't know, listening back to the older episodes that are kind of going out now, has been an interesting experience, because like we know where we're currently at, and it is very different, but it's also, I don't know, it even still, there are episodes way before even the ones that are coming out now that are even more different, so it's just really cool.
It's very shonen, I will say. It's very anime. Like, and like I will say, the next arc, the Fractal Hunt, it's the longest arc in the game, and it is just pure anime. Like, it's super, you know, typical like serious vibes, dramatic, but it's just an anime arc, and I have no shame in saying that.
It's so chaotic. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, Fractal Hunt is easily our most, like, it goes from really, really, really heartbreaking and emotional to just completely batshit insane, and the vibes are all over the place. So
oh yeah, for sure.
Hiki, studying international law and diplomacy. Holy shit, that is wow, clearly an intelligent individual.
Yeah, next time just say you're smarter than me.
Yeah. Why don't you just come out and say that? Yeah,
exactly.
No, that's awesome. I that's like to be able to get like I guess that you could either be an international human rights lawyer, or work for the UN or do ambassador work or stuff like that, I'm guessing. But that's incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Your family must be very proud. Meanwhile, my burnout, gifted, but what's the phrase? What are they called? Gifted and talented.
Burnout gifted kid.
Thank you, burnout gifted kid. My
Something
burnout
like
gifted
that.
kid ass studied music, theory and composition, and English. So yeah,
man.
not quite the same vibe.
No, same. I'm in the same boat as you. Psychology and creative writing over here.
Well, psychology's a little bit different. Psychology's a hell of a course.
Listen, it's so interesting. It's just really funny because it's where I met all of my neurodivergent friends. So
They flock together. I think.
oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's kind of insane to think we're nearly over. So I don't know, how long we're going to be putting out weekly for. I think right now we are about... Well, we're about the halfway point. So probably until January, maybe February of next year, it'll be going out. And then we'll be moving on to the next game. I do have some people, some names in the industry lined up that I would like on our... Not our next little campaign, our next big one, but we're a bit of a ways away from that. I don't want to commit anything yet, but it'll be really cool if we can get the people I want involved. So we will see. And it's also our schedules have changed, and that's one of the things I want to talk about with the upload schedule as well. Is that it's been chaotic. As a lot of you will know, my job is writing, producing content, acting, and wrestling. Those have been getting busier, which is never a bad thing. Dusklight Radio is for fun. Mostly it's a way to market Sturgeon, to market my work, and act as a central hub for my own promotion, because I'm not on X, Twitter, whatever it's called nowadays. I use Instagram, but that's mostly for wrestling. I don't have anything in my writing, and that's where I wanted YouTube to kind of be for that. But a couple things have popped up in wrestling. Obviously, I went to Japan. I traveled a lot for Denmark for body slam wrestling. And that's getting busier. I am debating... sorry. Hickey, do you play any instruments? Yeah, I play the drums. I've been playing on and off for... How old am I? Playing for 20 years. A little bit of the piano. I really, really need to get better with the piano. It's my favorite instrument.
I love piano.
Tried the guitar, failed on the guitar. I played trumpet when I was in school, in middle school. Not good at that. Same with the recorder. Not good at that. I was a chiptune artist of no repute with one song that was garbage back in the chiptune days. Lulu, this is before your time. You would have been about 8. Maybe but back when chiptune was a big thing with people like Henry Homesweet and Falco Lombardi, I was trying to learn how to do that on a Game Boy with LDSJ or LSDJ, excuse me. Didn't get very far, and I've done beats and stuff like that. But no, mostly it's singing, singing and rapping and spoken word. And it used to be screamo. I cannot do screamo anymore. When I started doing acting properly, when I was about 18, I was told that you can be a voice actor, or you can do screamo. You can't do both. And I had followed Melissa. I'm forgetting her last name, but she's got, I think, got The Sound of Screaming. And it's a really good tutorial DVD that Lamb of God's Randy Blythe followed, and Devin Townsend, who's a hero of mine, followed. And I was like, oh, I'll do this, but I never really picked up on how to scream and be able to sing consistently, so I ended up just not singing anymore. And so I still sing, and that's it. Lulu, do you play any instruments?
I do. I mostly aspire to play a lot of instruments. I'm not very good at learning how to play instruments because I'm not very good at keeping up practice and consistency. I play guitar, sort of.
You are very good at the guitar.
Oh, thanks. I know how to play chords, and that's pretty much it. But I got taught by my roommate, so she has been very diligent in actually teaching me. And I used to play cello also in middle school. We would have been the orchestra and band friends together.
That's cute.
I was actually pretty good on a middle school level, but I stopped after that because my high school did not have an orchestra. So the cello is currently sitting in my storage room,
Huh.
very out of tune, and I can't figure out how to fix that. So
You also are a phenomenal singer. That must be That must be stated. And which you'll hear some of in the Nightmare Detectives, but phenomenal singer.
Right.
Lulu and I, both being on the spectrum, we have our fixations, and Lulu has made one of their fixations mine, and that's Hosier, who I loved Hosier back in the day with Take Me to Church, and then I lost interest, and he didn't release anything for like 6 years, and then in the game we've been using, as you guys will have heard, I kind of eschew monetization for immersion, so I use cinematic music and copyright music, because I prefer people get a really full experience, and then if they want to donate to the Patreon, awesome. If they can't, that's fine. I believe in that more than anything. And so Lulu has been giving me a Hosier, and here we are.
I'm so proud of myself for getting you back into Hosier.
Oh, I got you into Sleep Token, so it's kind of a trade-off.
That's true. You know what? That's actually so fair.
My other fixation. Gamma, my guy, Gamma, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're well. For those of you who are new here or have left for a while, Gamma is one of the OG listeners of Dusklight Radio. And I'm not talking in the last year when I came back. I'm talking, I think this is my 3rd year on Dusklight Radio. Maybe it must be, yeah, because I was working with No Sleep Podcast at the time. So yeah, Gamma, Jason and Gamma, the terrible twosome. I will never forget that. I try and commit like those original people's names to memory, because I think like Laren listens. I always remember popping up. Like I think it's really important. I right now, so I know I'm darting around here, folks. Apologies, but when I see comments come up, I do get a little bit overwhelmed. Not in a bad way, like, but when I was on No Sleep originally, like, my work would pop off sometimes and the same thing would happen. And my brain is like, oh, you'll do it later. And then, like, as some of you would have realized, I'm replying to comments from 6 months ago now to say thank you. I try to get back to everybody because I know that if this channel continues to grow, there will be a point where I can't do that anymore. And that's kind of sad. And so while people are putting all this effort in to say thank you, and you know, really kind of make their voices heard, I want to try my best to get back to everybody. But I will always remember Gamma, who's an absolute sweetheart, lovely man, and yeah, I just, you know, always good to say thank you for those people. But yeah, no screaming through voice act, at least in my case. There are people that can, in fact there are many people that can, and maybe if I got another vocal coach I could learn again. But yeah, so to finish my original point, with the way the channel is, I am traveling a lot more. There's a couple things popping up at the moment, which might take me out of the country a lot longer than expected, and I will tell you guys if and when that happens. But that obviously means that sometimes the schedule gets thrown out of whack. There's been a lot of deaths recently as well, not to get too grim. And actually, I just want to take a moment to send my condolences to an OG from No Sleep, Ines, Milos. He passed away, Miles Bajetic. I always pronounce his name wrong. He passed away very recently. I believe it was on 2 days ago at 9 p.m. After a really long battle with cancer. And my love to Trish, to his children. If you don't know who Milos is, he was around when I was first posting on No Sleep back in like 2014. He did the Woman Holding an Orange story, which has grown to have a life of its own. It was just brilliant story. He did the Queen's Guard story, the air traffic control story, and by all accounts, a lovely man. So, but yeah, so death has happened quite a bit. There's been people in my personal life, and that kind of habit has its own effect where I'm like, I don't want to record today, and I don't believe in giving you guys less than top level content. I can't always do the level of sound design that I did in the early days when I was a little bit more free, but I always want to make sure good content is coming out. So I will do my best to always try and do 3 videos a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So Sturgeon story, Nightmare Detectives, and then another Sturgeon story if I can, or possibly a Dusklight drive-in on occasion. But it really will depend. But I know you guys don't mind. I know you guys understand. You know, much like Romnex, who is both a dear friend and sort of an idol in the sense of how she's conducted herself on YouTube. I do this just for enjoyment, and it's my brand, if you will. It's something I control, so I can be myself, and so I don't ever want to kind of take away from that and make it something I'm forcing myself to do. Otherwise, I'll disappear for months again, and I don't want to do that to you guys. I really love our community. I love how inclusive we all are. We're all very chill. We're a little bit chaotic. We're all feral creatures, in a way.
Oh yeah.
And I think like something, Lulu, we've talked about, you know, behind the scenes is in the nature of where YouTube is at these days, both with the burnout aspect, with the way creators kind of operate sometimes, and you know what happens when they aren't professional, or they you know abuse parasocial relationships. It's very important to, one, be transparent to a certain degree with everybody, but also to maintain that distance where I'm like, look, I can kind of pop in and pop out when I want to, and you guys will understand.
Right.
You know, we've seen situations like that pop off more times than not, and it's more important for me to be entertaining without putting a burden on the listeners, and that's something I always, you know, I believe that anyone who is giving their time up, let alone their money, deserves to be entertained properly, and to do that and to do that wholeheartedly, it's got to be fun for me, and it is, so that's okay. Hey Alex, welcome, my dear. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I think like it's kind of crazy to think the channel has grown the way it is, and that is in no small part thanks to our dear sponsor, the Darksomnium, who I think he's okay. He's hopping in actually, so let me invite him.
My goodness.
So let's Darksomnium.
Not the guest appearance.
We actually got him. Hold on, I'm going to create a DM group for us, the 3 of us now.
Okay.
There, we secured him. I think he replied like a few minutes ago. So, oh no, okay, we'll see when he joins in a sec. He just literally said to me, "Oh, I'll join in a few," and in typical Ronnie fashion, immediately forgot.
I was gonna say he may just never show up. But
he is like the perpetual what's that? Oh, speak of the devil, and he shut up here. Our ladies and gentlemen, our dear friend, sponsor of the channel, and all round smoothest voice on YouTube. It's the Darksomnium.
Hello.
Oh, are you going to be doing Hello Governor for this stream?
Oh, you know it. Hello, Governor. What's the whistle?
Oh my goodness. The Hello Governor situation. The thing about that, like, is I actually think if you committed hard to it, you would actually do a phenomenal British accent. Like, I think you would be pretty consistent with it. I've heard you try, and I actually think like you could pull it off.
Oh, yeah. I just need to practice it. I've never practiced, so.
Well, I think like you already have like the vibe down. I think you've got British vibes in you whenever we talk.
Yeah. It's the hello governor. You know,
It's the hello governor. It permeates through you. Yes, exactly.
British vibes? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. I think Ronnie's got British vibes. Ronnie's a lot like English people. Very polite.
Yeah, what's the list then?
Well spoken, soft. Just doesn't like to inconvenience people. Hell friends, nice. So we have a new group name. We are the Hell Friends.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
Haven't we always been?
Let me hit him with this.
Hit him with the boom bap pow.
It's black.
The shot. Oh my god.
Oh, there you go.
You are reminding me of old MSN days when we would like and like AIM days when we would send stuff like that.
That's where I learned it.
Oh my god.
This is like the calling card.
Oh yeah. People know I've been there when they see that.
Chief,
Exactly.
we've got another one from the Dark Somnium. How do you know it was him? He did an old AIM message coming up again. It says,
Hey, look,
shark.
his calling card. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I've just forgot. I'm still on my Dusklight account, so I have no premium. So I'm getting ads. Oh God, ew.
Oh no.
Ew.
Gross.
Yeah, right. But we were just saying, basically just saying thank you because obviously since I returned to Dusklight Radio, you have you've been the sponsor of the channel, effectively, like, unofficially, obviously, but like anytime we've ever said to you, hey man, can you share something of ours, like Nightmare Detectives, you've just done it without question, and without channels like yourself doing that, we don't grow. Like what we're doing doesn't happen. It's only because of like you sharing us out that we've got over 50,000 total listens on the show. So thank you from myself, Lucy, and from the whole Nightmare Detectives team.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to do it. It's you got an awesome channel, and I'm excited to see it grow.
Thanks, man. I was thinking, how long have we been working together for as a trio? Because I was trying to figure it out.
Oh.
Well, I've been working with Spirits since like 2018, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as a trio, I mean, I participated in the bar series, but I didn't really know you, TJ.
No.
I think it was the Nightmare Fighting tournament that we started actually talking to each other. Like, I knew of you, but I hadn't actually like met you.
I think
until then.
Yeah, I know that the compilation went out in 2020, but I think you were doing the parts over a period of time, right? Like they were going out periodically.
Yeah, we worked on it before. We worked on it a while before it came out, I think.
I'm just looking for the first part. That was the first story you and I collaborated on, right, Ronnie?
Which one?
The bar series.
Was that the first?
I think that was the
first
first
story that I reached out to you about.
I think it was. Well, that was 2020, so that was 4 years ago in March. And I am something's telling me that is the first, but I'm not sure. But either way, it's been about
memories, so,
it's been about four or 5 years, and yeah, I was just thinking like how long we've gotten to work together and bring a lot of cool shit to life, being able to do voice stuff for the channel has been such a fun experience as well. Like adding a new wrinkle to your sound design, and being able to do some really wild and weird voices like Tinsel the elf. Shout out to Paige Turner. Incredible stories. I have a question actually, Ronnie. What is the weirdest voice you've ever done on your channel?
Weirdest?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really do a lot of voices. I guess maybe Tommy Taffy.
Oh my god.
Energetic.
That makes sense.
Oh, I love Elias and I love that story, but it gives me the willies, dude.
Oh yeah.
That story is.
Who wouldn't it give that to?
Right. It's a powerful piece. I definitely need to. We talked about getting you in on the Nightmare Detectives, but I think I've got a story I'm gonna do on Dusklight, and I'm gonna give you an English character, but I'm gonna make it a feral English character, just so people will tune in to hear the Dark Somnium doing an absolutely out of pocket voice, just something completely insane.
Unhinged.
Yeah, I definitely want. Well, I'd love to get Rom in as well. Rom, one of the best voice actors on this platform. So I know Rom would have fun with that.
That'd be great.
But I think just people would tune in from your channel just to hear you going absolutely feral in a voice role.
Feral? Oh, I like that.
Yeah, something. I'm thinking like Cockney, so you can do Hello Governor. What if I just gave you a character that said Hello Governor, but it progressively gets more demonic and like Gollum as the story goes on?
Oh, good.
So
that sounds like pretty hot.
Pretty hot? Huh?
Wait, hold on.
What? Is this live stream, Ronnie, I'm getting right now?
Can we roll that back?
You can't dangle something like that in front of my face and not expect me to take the bait.
Now you're starting to sound like Randy from South Africa. Oh, fuck you! Just like,
fuck you!
No, but I'm just imagining one of your longtime listeners, because obviously you do these delicate compositions. You got the bassy voice coming on and being like, "I'm ready to go to sleep to the sultry sounds of the dark sun." And all they hear is, "Hello, governors." it's like what? Oh, we need that. I also think one day, man, you gotta just do like one of those like comedy videos where it's like 5 hours of Ronnie from the Dark Somnium trying to explain the Amori Wars lore to people.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Like,
because I don't even know it, so you know.
You don't know that? I thought you knew the lore. I thought you're like more knowledgeable in that stuff than anyone I've ever met.
Well, I originally got into the band for the music, and so then I found out about the story, and I started looking into the story, but I don't know all of it. I know the first 3 books, a little bit of Year of the Black Rainbow, and then I know the Afterman, and then a little bit of the new series that's going on.
I don't know much about Black Rainbow. I know up to Good Apollo's ending, and I know Afterman because I bought the book, but that's I don't know anything about.
Year of the Black Rainbow is like the first thing in the story that happens chronologically. So like it's like the 4th book. No, it's like the 5th book, but it's the first thing that happens. Oh
yeah, it's the really early prequel. Okay, I definitely will have to check that out at some point.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
I was just going to let everybody know, one of the things we are announcing is, so for those who are looking for more Sturgeon content, who enjoyed The Graves We Dig, which is on the Dark Somnium's channel, and it's one of my proudest things that I've done, aside from maybe Demi's Adventure in the NFC. Please go and check it out. That is chapter 1 of my upcoming debut novel. Chapters 2 and 3 are being released, hopefully, tomorrow on the Dark Somnium, and I have not heard it back yet. I trust Ronnie more than probably any audio producer I've ever worked with, and it's going to be sick. Do we know how long it is at the moment?
It's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe hour 10, hour 15 minutes.
Wow, nice. So please go check that out when it goes out. I'm not 100% sure on when, but I'm super, super, super excited for that.
I'm so excited.
Any time, like, one of the things I loved on the previous chapter you did, Ronnie, was when Phineas is having that dream sequence, and you had the sound of the crumbling away of the mausoleum. Like, how did you do that? Yeah. Like, did you make that? Like, or did you source that?
I made that. Well, I mean, I didn't make the rocks falling sound,
sure.
But I took rock falling. I put it all together, like, you know, like putting together a puzzle piece. All the individual sounds that you hear are just like individual sounds that I have, and I put them all together to make the little scene unfold.
That's insane. Like, obviously, I've played around with sound design on and off for a long time, and I still can't replicate some of the stuff you do, like where, you know, I know a lot of your listeners, they'll put in like really good headphones just to capture a lot of that sound design, but it's really something, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to market it with you, because I knew that, you know, it would gain the largest amount of listenership, and it was with someone who really understood and respected the art form. I mean, the NFC still gets a lot of people commenting on stuff, going glory to the NFC and stuff. That's like so much. That was so much fun, but it was like possibly the longest labor of love I think either of us has ever undertaken. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
But it was worth it though. I mean, it was so worth it. But yeah, I can't wait for that. And man, I think like where Dark Somnium is now as a channel, like it's only growing and getting better. Like, I mean, it's insane to think like 2 years possibly. Like, I mean, hopefully you'll hit 1 million.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, we'll have to see.
That's just
so cool.
Just insane, honestly. But yeah, brother, I don't want to keep you too long. So if you ever have to drop out at any point, by all means, you're welcome to hang as long as you want. I know you are literally chipping away at work right now because you're that dedicated. So I don't want to keep you for long.
Oh yeah, I'll probably hop out in a minute because I do want to finish the sound design on the new video before it gets too late. But I do appreciate you having me.
Of course, man. Anytime. Like, I don't think Dusklight Radio would be where it is. I mean, someone commented from Ye Old Underpants Gnome. Brilliant reference. Dark Somnium is the GOAT. True. And introduced me to Jarls. Jarls are truly awesome and loving the stream. I love the combinations between Jarls and watching Dark Somnium since he was under 5,000 followers.
Ooh, wow. That's crazy. That's a while ago.
How long was that? Like, how would that have been? Like
2018, around then. I got to like 5,000 sometime in 2018, I think.
Wow. That is crazy. I mean, man, like I think my audience, yours are very dedicated, so that's just awesome. And yeah, I mean, congratulations on all the recent success and the successes to come, my guy. We're really proud of you and we love you.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. It was nice talking to you. It was nice talking to you too, Spirit. Hope you have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Take care, Ronnie.
All right, talk to you later.
The Dark Somnium making a rare appearance. We appreciate it. So we're jumping around a few things here, but Lulu, one thing that people do ask, and I'd like to rest my voice for a moment, is they ask about Spirit Voice's channel, and I do get comments when you're featured saying, "Oh, when Spirit Voice is coming back? When are we doing more?" Do you want to address those questions?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's funny. I actually just answered a comment on the story that I was just recently on Ronnie's channel, the NASA story. Someone had commented a very similar thing, so I was like, oh, fine, I should answer this probably. Yeah, I don't know. I sort of like how you were saying earlier about how it's something, doing YouTube and everything is something that you have to really enjoy to be actively doing it. It's not that I stopped enjoying it, but I just had other projects that came up that I really wanted to focus on, and I know I did mention that a little bit on my channel around the time that I posted the Nightmare Detectives promo, because that was one of them. But also I've been working on a couple audiobooks recently that basically it ends up taking around the same amount of time as YouTube did. I'm just devoting it to a different platform essentially, and I plan to post those onto my channel when those are out and published. I mean, I already have one that's on Audible. That's technically a collaboration because it's like half or 2/3 me, and then partly a different narrator. But I have one coming out hopefully soon. That's like 100% me,
Nice.
which is cool. I'm excited about that. And yeah, so it's kind of been a combination of that, and my job has been getting a little busier. I'm kind of working on transitioning to taking over the business I'm working at.
Small business owner.
Yeah,
Spirit
TJ's
Voices.
laughing because he's been saying this for like, because I this first came up months ago, and ever since he's been calling me a small business owner. I don't own it yet, and it probably won't happen for a while, but I'm starting to sort of work into actually making that happen, and so that's
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be a lot. And so I don't know, there's just kind of other things in my life that I'm focusing on now, although recently I've been thinking a lot about, you know, the YouTube channel and sort of thinking about kind of diverting to just posting videos every once in a while, and kind of not trying to force myself to get back to my once a week schedule, because I think that was, I don't know, I think that's kind of what always gets me, is I post every Tuesday, and I do that for a while, and then I skip 1 week because something is happening, and then it turns into skipping 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then 4 weeks, and then I'm just gone for like 9 months or 10, you know, I'm gone for like a year, and then, you know, it sort of like snowballs, and I think that's what always gets me. So I feel like I should just work on it on my own time, and just kind of find stories,
which is reasonable,
whenever I want to. And I feel like a video every few months is better than nothing. So I might try to do that soon, but yeah, I do plan on posting an update pretty soon regardless of what happens, because like I said, I have audiobooks coming out, I have other projects being sort of finished soon, hopefully, and so I will I will be making a more official statement on my channel as well. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. I mean, I'm doing, for those who've asked, which I very much appreciate, I am doing well. I'm not, in the past when I've taken breaks, it's because I'm kind of in a, you know, distressed mental state. That's not really the case this time. I've just been quite busy, and I don't have enough time or brain power to devote
Mm.
to this many things at once is
Which is
my
reasonable.
only issue. But yeah,
Just to
all I got.
say hi to a few people to catch up. Chris Still Wagner, hello. Snow White Pan, got my purple crayon, hell yeah. Ethan, welcome. You did make it on time. Water 333, hello. Your Underpants Gnomes, Spirit Voices, Romnex, and Automivme are my absolutely favorite female voice actors. Spirit is amazing. All three are phenomenal in different ways, and working with all three is a genuine joy, especially on the NFC. I got to help with the casting on that, with it being my story. Autumn and I met through Chilling, so a shout out to the Chilling app. They are amazing. They put me in touch with Chelsea Rebecca from Dead Meat as well, who is just a delightful human being, as is James Janis. But Autumn played Alduin von Trier, and it was a role with that you just hear someone and they're like, that's Alduin von Trier. Wendy, of course, was done by Spirit Voices, and Rom playing the lead, Nora fucking Zane, and each one of them just does a beautiful job with how different it was. And when we did the final scene where Alduin and Nora fighting off and they call each other's names out and do the fight, that's so anime. And again, I was like, yeah, but people who know, and it came out really well. What are the titles I've got a credit to use? Is that a chat thing? I apologize. I have only live streamed a couple times.
I think they're asking about my audiobooks on Audible. I think you get credits on those.
Go ahead.
So I'm not entirely sure I'm allowed to talk about ones that aren't already out. I don't.
Is it
the
a
book
potential?
is out though.
If the book is out, then I think it's fine.
Okay, because the book is okay. The book.
I don't
is
think
out,
it'd be
so
a problem if the book's already out.
It's on Amazon and everything.
Well, there you go. Yeah. It's not
been
like
out
it's.
for several
Did you
months
sign
now,
an
yeah.
NDA?
No.
Then you're fine.
Cool. All right. Then yes. So the one that I am currently working on is called Bad Vibrations. It's by Lucy Leitner.
What a name! What a fucking name!
It's very cool. I love. It's a great book. And so I do recommend. It's pretty short too. It's not. I don't think it's quite a novella, but it's relatively short for a novel. And so I'd recommend it if you're looking for something kind of short to read. But it's 15 chapters, and I just finished recording chapter 15 like 2 days ago. So I just have to finish all my editing and stuff. So hopefully that will be out. I'm hoping to be done with that by the end of the month. So I hope that'll be out pretty soon. But the one that's already out is called They Hide, Short Stories to Tell in the Dark, and that's by Francesca Maria.
Awesome.
And like I said, I do about 2/3 of that one. I don't do the whole thing, but it's just a compilation of short stories, basically very similar to what I do now, like with YouTube channel stuff. It's just a compilation of short horror stories, so it's very similar to what I've already done. So that's the one that's already up.
Nice.
And it also is very good. I loved all the stories that I got to read on that one. So
And if you're craving more Spirit Voices, there is a Sturgeon. It's a very early Sturgeon story, I will say, but it's No Name November. I believe Lulu is going to be voicing the main character in that, so it's a very Lulu focused one. And actually, we'll get back to my chapters in a moment, but you will have some very, very Lucy-centric narration tomorrow. Just to catch back up on the chat, Ethan Nelson, question about Babylon. Was him killing his neighbor like Jericho killing his uncle, or like Jericho killing Dennis? Oh, that joke shit. You know what? I forget some of the shit that we come up with in that.
I was gonna say, I don't remember what this is.
No,
referencing.
Babylon had to have the same, because Babylon is like Squilly and Fancy Son, right? So Babylon had to have everything Jericho has. If Jericho has a tragic backstory, Babylon has a tragic backstory. And so Ethan's just hit the nail on the head. The aim of that, of like Babylon killing his neighbor, was, well, Jericho Branch, I killed my neighbor and it was really traumatic. Like, obviously nowhere near as traumatic as the things Jericho's gone through. Yeah, Ethan, you got it in one. I fucking love
so
Babylon
funny.
Stump so much.
He's
and
so good.
after next week's episode, or this week's episode, I should say, we'll be having our first one-shot break, and that is Nightmare in Mendoza Land, and that's on the Dream Team. So that will be Jericho Branch playing Babylon Stump. Oh God, Lucy playing Ballista. Yeah, okay.
Y'all aren't ready for
disclaimer of the that is, I mean, none of the show is for children.
This episode is
it's
particularly
super
not for
duper
children.
not. I have a disclaimer at the beginning of this. I'm not kidding. It's like, hey, this episode is incredibly sexual. It is not for kids. It went places that I as a DM was not ready for, because Ballista is a succubus, and when I came up with Ballista, it was like, funny little joke about opposite of very, very closed off Callista, and then Lucy was like, I want to play that.
Okay, hold on a second. 'Cause you say that like it was my idea. All right, so let me set the story straight.
You
for a
did take it
second.
and run with it though.
You, yeah, okay. I will accept that. I'm just saying the one shot in general was not my.
No,
idea.
that was my idea. That was 100% my idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
But when we were presented with it,
ran with it.
I did improv.
I have
quite a
never
bit.
seen someone go. Guys, you aren't ready for this on next Wednesday. I've never seen someone embrace a role that is so not them, like at their core, so passionately. And so, like, they committed.
Passionately.
I mean, there is a scene, folks, and I'm going to keep it at this, where they have to go to either gay baby jail or bad dragon jail. And I want you all to think about which one Ballista wanted to go to. Anyway, and of course, speaking of jail and violence, the champ, Chewie, one of our cast members for the Nightmare Detectives, plays the incredible, the ineffable, the powerful Jimmy. Has come back to Dusklight Radio. Welcome, our dear friend. The Underpants Gnome. NFC is one of my top 5 narrations of all time. Thank you so much. I get a lot of comments and mail about the Bar series, about Last Sin Eater and all that, and I do get asked, when are you doing season 2? We have talked about it, myself and Ronnie. It will be a while. Right now, I am very focused on finishing this book, which I'll get into the chapters in a minute, but my writing style has changed a lot since I wrote, like, Sturgeon stuff. I'm not done with Sturgeon stuff, I never will be, but with No Sleep's, slow death, and the way that horror is kind of where it's at right now, especially as my job, I am driven by what excites me, and experimental horror is what excites me. So I want to talk a little bit about those chapters tomorrow in a minute, but Snow White Pam, just got your book Beneath the Static. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy it. It's my favorite disconnected sort of horror story I've done in a novella form. I think it's beautiful. We will eventually adapt that on Dark Summoner at some point, I'm sure. It's just a matter of time and, making it work. Gamma, Succubus are passionate about what they do. They sure are. Oh, they sure are.
That can be said, yeah.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Hi, Jambo UK, and Ethan. What creature is Lucy's computer dust alter ego?
Sorry, my what?
I believe. Ethan? Are you referring to, like, does Lucy have an Endicott? Is that what you're referring to?
Oh, I don't, but I should.
Because, like, that is a really we should make that.
What creature is an intriguing way to phrase that?
I think like Ethan's wondering, would you be like a tiefling? Would you be a dirge? Something like that. But have a think on that. Last stream we talked about how she distributes. Oh, right. Because
No.
yeah.
You mean the bit where I right, okay, sure.
Do you want to think on that for a minute?
I was gonna say, what kind of creature would Endicott deal with, I guess?
Have a think.
All
You
right.
do flicker as always, so
I do. I mean, if I were going to be obvious, I'd say some sort of undead, ghoul or spirit of some kind. But I'm just here. I'll think about it. I'll
Okay.
be over here.
All right.
I'll be over here considering.
So tomorrow we're adapting chapters 2 and 3 of the book. So that's In the Distant Travels and The Wound of Golgotha, and a big, I can't give a bigger hand, if you will, to Lucy's performance in chapter 2. I don't know how the audience is going to find it, if I'm honest. I'm going to adapt it on Dusklight at some point, but like, it's not your normal horror. I think you guys know how I do things now. When it's Sturgeon, it's a little bit out there. But if you've seen Demi's Adventure, or There's Only Embers at the End, or you've listened to The Graves We Dig, I have really been branching into different ways of telling horror stories. And chapter 2 is kind of like a transcript log. So it's done in the same way as you would do a true crime documentary, where it's all done from a fly on the wall perspective, and Lucy plays Lucinda, and it's all about the idea. Well, I don't want to spoil what it's about, but it's very distressing in its own way, and it's a different kind of horror. Whereas chapter 3, which it's paired with just for the length of the video, is kind of art history horror, if that makes sense. And they get more and more abstract and strange as we go into the book. So one of them is an entire 5-act medieval play. I don't know how we're going to adapt that. One of them is a choose your own adventure book. One is done in the style of Disco Elysium's sort of internal monologue with the brain, point and click adventure, and so on and so forth. I'm really excited to see what you guys think. I don't know how the wider audience will find it not knowing me. Obviously, much like the first chapter, it's all about being non-binary and what that sort of entails, but it's also got a greater conversation about how we treat mentally unstable people when they go through a psychotic episode, how we listen to people when they are under distress, and all these things. I don't want to spoil too much. Maybe I'll do another stream in a week or two, talk about it, but it's really dear to my heart, and Lucy really brought it alive. And if you're missing some Spirit Voices centered narration, then tune in tomorrow, and I promise you that it will be nothing like you've heard before.
I'm excited to listen to it because I have already forgotten, not the story. I of course remember the story, but I forgot how I told it. So
You cried. Like, you thought you were crying.
Yeah, well, I remember us recording it together, but I don't know.
I did not like
nervous,
hearing you
but-
cry. That was very uncomfortable.
well,
in
yeah,
a good
well.
way, but like, that's, just how good of a performer you are. But yeah, so that's gonna be something. Jambo UK, keep up the good work. I've had some mad experiences in my life. Love to come on live sometime and tell my story. Maybe sometime in the future, my guy. But thank you so much for joining us. Have you got an answer for Ethan before we move on?
I do. So this is just a rough draft, all right? But you know fairy dust, yeah?
Yes.
Imagine like a steampunk kind of like futuristic gothic fairy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
So,
think that's pretty good, right?
what you cosplayed as for con last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Did you know Usador's a drug dealer? Yes, I did. Ethan,
Oh,
you have
yeah.
a very good ear, and I've made no secret of this, that Endicott is my loving tribute to Matt Young's Usador, the wizard from The Herald from the Magic Tavern. I just love it. I thought it was a funny bit, and yeah, it is done with love. He is the originator. He is incredibly funny about it. And he will never hear this because it's a tiny little show, but if he ever does, I hope he knows it was done with love.
The moment
yeah.
where I first heard you doing
Oh,
the
God.
Endicott bit
Yeah.
was maybe one of the greatest moments of my life.
You were very happy.
I knew exactly what you were doing, and I was so happy about it.
You were very
I
happy
was like,
about that.
I was like, yes, we finally have a Usador in our campaign. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, it's funny when you're DMing, like, you bring up these like little, ancillary NPCs, and they end up becoming the most important members of the group. Like, one of them was just designed off of a little document I had, and he was meant to be an incredulous police officer or sheriff, and then he ended up becoming one of the main characters' adoptive fathers. So
I was trying to figure out who you were talking about. And I just had like a physical reaction when when I figured it out. Like, oh.
So
Yes.
Back to the state of the channel. We're jumping around here as is normal for us. We've been on this for an hour. Yeah. So tomorrow, when this video goes up from Dark Somnium, the very first 2 parts, well, part and a half of the spaces in between will also be going live on Dusklight Radio. So brand new listeners have something to sink their teeth into. It's only taken me 6 bloody months. I announced it at the 1,000 subscriber special, and I had different life things popping up. But I really want to get that boat moving out there. We've got some great people involved in it. Right now it's myself and Dodge the Grave, who's playing Nell. Of course, Lucy, who's playing Kraus. We've got Dark Somnium's going to be doing a role. Vidith, the amazing Vidith, is going to be doing a role in there. And we've got a couple other things we're going to try and do. But now we're trying to do this where I'm going to make it a point of, hopefully this year, I want to adapt as much of Sturgeon's content as I can. If I can get to the end of the year and I've adapted the spaces in between, Tortoises and Taros, The Last Sin Eater, and Hotel Inertia, I'll be happy. I don't think I could do the NFC. I'm going to be honest, guys. I do not think I will be able to do that. Maybe. You know, I'll make you a deal. If we get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which we won't, but if we do, I will commit to that. But it's not going to happen, so it's fine. Because that way, if there's that many people, I definitely would do it. But it wouldn't be on the level of Dark Somniums. It would be a reading with a bunch of the cast and sound effects, but I couldn't do it on that level. I am not that skilled.
But not that many people could.
No. But either way, so spaces in between, the prologue, the opening, and chapter 1. So maybe, I don't know how long it is. I think it's like maybe an hour. We'll be going up tomorrow. And then every Monday from this point forward will be for spaces in between. Of course, Wednesday Nightmare Detectives, and we'll go from there. So I really hope you guys like it. I am really proud of it. It's the first time this version has ever been adapted. When Ronnie adapted the original, it was on No Sleep. And it was not in book format. And now I have obviously got the physical book version with more information, more context, and I wanted to make sure that was adapted. And we're going to look at where we're going to go from there, really. So that'll be a compilation in about 5 weeks, 6 weeks for the spaces in between. And then there will also be a new Stories from Sturgeon Volume 2, probably in about 6 weeks' time. So we're going to try and keep consistent with it. And if we do Tortoises and Taros, my guess right now is that the wonderful spirit voices will probably be playing the lead role in that.
Ooh.
Time notwithstanding, because it's about how much free time we have. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spirit, Aaron Paul. Oh, hi, Mello Demari. Aaron Paul, Spirit, Nature's Temper, Dusklight, and one post be great together. Nature's Temper's great. I might reach out to him. He's got a lovely voice. Like, I think my skill is that I could do different accents, but I don't have that beautiful bassy timbre that a lot of AMAB voice actors do here, which I don't mind, but he's got a beautiful voice. Yeah, cool, 6 months, good job, bro. Thank you very much, Jambo. Cough, Paint Gunkerson, cough, Ethan. Yeah, Paint Gunkerson, firm favourite among the community. He, yeah, Paint is pure chaos. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Yeah, by all means, catch up. You've only got an hour. You'll be fine. Melody Mari, bro, you have talent too. I know you. Make it big one day. Thank you so much. That's really kind. I don't mind. I've said from the beginning, I don't mind if this channel ever peaks out at, like, I don't know, 10,000, 15,000. It's not really a big deal. I don't think I'd ever want to get really, really big. At least not right now. I think to get to, like, those massive numbers that other narrators do, I need to offer a higher level product where I can give this more of my time. And well, again, with our upload schedule, I will be back in Japan at some point this year, probably for longer than I'm currently expecting. and the book is going to take a lot of my time. So I really want to balance it, and I'm going to try to do my best. But there are going to be reasons they're going to be back and forth. I'll be honest, guys. I never thought I would have streams with 20 concurrent listeners or viewers, with people whose names I always recognize because they're always popping up and saying hi, and that's already a victory for me. I mean, we're about to hit 6,000 subs, and to me, I think that's phenomenal. And I've realized that every time we have just one shout out, like where a story of mine gets adapted from Dark Somnium or any YouTuber, it rockets us up. So if the story is received well tomorrow, we might jump to 7,000-8,000. I mean, I don't know, but I'm not really too worried about that. I just enjoy what I've got. I enjoy the people who come here for Sturgeon. I think that's the biggest compliment. But Jambo, please take care. Be safe in your job. And I'm really glad that they give that atmosphere, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, like I think like the biggest compliment for me with this channel is that people want more of my original stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll do a bit of an all-purpose thing where I do these unique skits with Everett, and I'll do some adaptations of my friends' work. But people are like, no, we want more Sturgeon. And yeah, that's just so cool. And I'm really grateful. I don't know, man. That's just really cool for me. And having a business partner and like a best friend like Spirit Voices Lucy, who through Callista is as enthused for Sturgeon as me, is very nice as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I also feel like through, NFC and the bar series and everything, I feel like I was really interested in your universe to begin with anyway. But then, yeah, through Nightmare Detectives, to be a part of it is just always consistently so cool. I know that, the other detectives feel that way too, but I don't know. I remember, like, even from the very beginning, I was like, oh, wait, I get to be, like, part of Sturgeon? That's, like, I don't know. That was, like, always a different level of exciting. So I don't know. That's probably part of it. I was always like, it's one thing to voice a character that already exists, which is already really cool. Especially like to voice characters like Wendy, because I love Wendy so much.
Wendy's great. Full of movie references, full badass. Will step on you. You will not enjoy it.
Right. So like that was already awesome. But then just I don't know, just to have my own characters is also really cool. So I think that's part of it as well.
VR Dog 24, hello. Got introduced to Nightmare Detectives by my good friend Ethan. Would that be Ethan Nelson? Currently, it's created a funny dichotomy of wanting to binge watch it all and having him give me random moments out of context. Oh man, have we reached that point where like people are now like sharing like out of pocket moments? Bro, that would be such a great like there is obviously things that any creator would want, but like there's a few things I've always wanted for Sturgeon, and like Nightmare Detectives, which is obviously in there. I'd love a wiki one day for the characters, both in our games and on the books. I would love like a chaotic video, which is like Nightmare Detectives moments out of context, and like the I think the music's over. Oh yeah. Let me switch that. And like I just think like there's so many like great like things like that. Like when a fan is making things of that nature, like that's when I know you got to like the next point, like when memes are being made. And I'm not ungrateful. I'm very happy where we're at, and I believe that those things will happen on their own. But like that's wild that like Ethan, that's wild that you're sharing that, man. Thank you so much. Like that is
so cool.
I mean, anyone who loves the sort of stuff we do here has likely either written OCs or they have made OC content. They know that, when people start power scaling and they start making fanfics, like that's a huge compliment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Clue 404 is Sturgeon is one of the best weird towns. Thank you very much. And that's one of the reasons I love Nightmare Detectives, man, is that I get to build on the rule set. And I think that's why I love doing Everett skits, because we're learning more and more about the town, and it's not just the spooky stuff that goes on in it. People want to feel like it's a living, breathing town. So welcome to Night Vale. Huge inspiration in that respect.
I was going to mention them too.
Yeah, again, just beautiful queer content, and, you know, they're still going. 10 years.
So good.
Insane. I need to catch up.
I saw them live, like, sometime last year.
Wow.
It was so cool.
Oh, yeah, no, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I love Welcome to Night Vale.
Ethan Nelson, listen, I love broadcasting your others, brother. Thank you so much. VR Dog, the Council of Spiders was a favorite moment of mine. Oh, man. That came from a series we will eventually adapt. I never finished it, but I'll probably just do it 'cause it's 4 parts, which is the Agoraphobia series. And I just loved the idea of a Council of Spiders. When I was, during the pandemic, early pandemic, I was, in a tiny little apartment, and I made this character, and that's where the garbage bin came from as well, and lots of weird shit. But the Madame Rumble and the Duke of Strasbourg, and just, I don't know, man. I have weird fucking dreams, let's just put it that way. Sabrina, I'm just a nobody who rewatched the first episodes of Has Been Hotel, crotcheting a commission blanket on my day off with a cat staring holes into my soul for attention. Y'all are above me. No, we're not above you. I think there's no such thing. Like, we just have a platform and we help entertain people. It's another form of work in a way. And I love Has Been Hotel. With
I need to watch that.
Can I sidebar? Can we just talk about the dude who spent $50,000?
Oh my god!
on. Look, man, I get being down bad. I am not a hater.
I did watch that recently.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it, and I didn't know what anyone was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the song. The
good
song
song.
is cool.
Catchy song, right? And you're just looking at
Right.
going, I don't care about any of this, but I like the song.
My favorite comment
wow.
that I saw about it was that he made his OC like nervous and running away. It's like you paid for this. You paid a lot of money for this.
I don't know
like,
if that's
know.
I don't know if that's pure or if that's odd in its own way, but I was just like, I can't hate a man who has 50 grand to burn and spends it on that. I can't hate that.
Yeah.
It's wild and it's out of pocket, but I can't hate it. That is
Good for him.
commitment. Yeah, good for you. Just please don't do that with any of my OCs. That's all I ask. If I find out, oh god, no. Gorky, Ohio. I hope I didn't miss much. Not at all. Brother, the work you are doing, mwah, chef's kiss.
God.
Chef's kiss. In
Yes.
fact, actually, I will not say on the stream what you're doing for us right now, but I will send this to Lucy because this is some extra stuff you popped in.
Good. Okay.
Sabrina, I played trombone in high school and sing I Miss Choir. Choir was great. Just so good. Yeah. Isn't it good?
So good.
Gorky,
Man,
just
Gorky.
the goat, man. The goat. That's why he's the goat.
So good.
Bravo. We will be shouting this out, popping this on the community feeds in a little bit. We'll probably stream for another 30-40 minutes max. Don't want to be too long, but obviously we want to hang out and just share the channel stuff. Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. Like, I want to do some more classic stories, like At the Mountains of Madness. I'm doing for H.P. Lovecraft. I love August Derleth. I want to do more classical stuff because I just think they're fun. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and have a schedule. But again, for those just joining, because the stream's popping up, spaces in between. It starts tomorrow. And I'm very excited about that.
So cool.
I was going to put it on Tuesday, just so that Ronnie's video doesn't not eat into it, because he's got the massive channel, but I didn't want mine to get lost in the shuffle. But I think having something available for everybody is a good idea, so I'm gonna commit to that. And yeah. NFC book. I am trying to find someone to just help me with the format and editing on it. And then I'm probably just going to put it straight out. Maybe a short pre-order, maybe. Once that is out, there is only one more thing in that collection, and that is to finish Hotel Inertia, which I have to be honest, it'll probably be a short ending now, but I'll finish it. and then I will release a year 1 complete collection for everybody to enjoy. And then I will start publishing year 2 stories from Sturgeon, and then hopefully from there we will have the NFC Season 2 nearly done. I'm going to say right now on stream, I do not anticipate Season 2 of the NFC to be done until the end of the year. I know everyone wants it. I just think there are other things that are pulling at me right now, and I need to get the motivation back for it. But it will happen. I will do it. I always told myself that I would finish this saga with Nell and the cycle and stuff. I will do it. I gotta get my motivation back up for it first. But yeah, I just checked, by the way, Lucy, and it's only been 9 months that Dusklight's been back. So when I came back, it had 700 subscribers.
Oh wow, yeah, that's both longer and shorter than I thought it was. Time is weird, isn't it?
Time is a very strange concept.
Yeah, I also keep remembering, like the Nightmare Detectives. I know logically that it's been going on for about a year, but every once in a while I like think about that and what that actually means, and I'm like, wow, an entire year. That's crazy.
It is very strange that it's been like it doesn't feel like it's been that long, right?
No, not really. And you know, it makes sense. It's just like, that's a lot of time.
7th of February. That was when our first session was.
Oh, 7th. Oh, I thought it was 2nd. Oh,
Nope.
it's close.
No, I just checked. In fact, let me just double check on the calendar, because it could be that's when I uploaded it, but I'm pretty sure. No, 6th of February. February 6th.
Ah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's even closer. There you
go. Ethan Nelson. So if the Gravediggers gain power with the deals made with them, then can Flebs do the same? That is very interesting. I think you'll find out more about that as the story progresses. I think maybe in the Fractal Hunt we'll have a little bit more context on that. I don't want to spoil anything, but that is a really good question, Ethan. Hiki, what time do you think Spaces in Between will drop tomorrow? What do you think, Lulu? Should I drop it before or after Ronnie's video? He always drops at 5 p.m. GMT, so...
Yeah, maybe before?
Okay. Probably, Hiki, about 12 hours from now, maybe? That's early for me, but, like, he always drops at the same time. Ronnie is very consistent. So, maybe I'll do an hour before. I'll just do an hour before. I think it makes most sense.
Yeah?
Yeah, so something like that. But, I think that's most things. Is there anything, it might be a redundant question, but Lily, is there anything about the channel that you want to do with Dusklight this year?
I don't know. I'm excited to hear, I'm excited to hear the conclusion of Nightmare Detectives. I'm excited first to play it, because we haven't obviously played it yet, but also then I'm excited to see it like released out into the world, which will happen much later. And then just kind of start a new chapter on that. But otherwise, I don't know, like I'm really excited that I'm going to be able to like participate in these adaptations you're talking about. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, because every time I get a new role, I'm like, yes, nailed that. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm surprised at this point, because like Ronnie said, we've been working together for about 6
years for you.
5 or 6 years.
4 years, 3.5 for me.
Oh no.
Give or take.
Yeah, so like I don't know why I'm still surprised, I guess, but I'm just like, again, every time I get a new like part, I'm just like, I'm still relevant. Go team. Yeah, it's really fun to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just gonna be really cool to see the adaptations of old content, like the content that's kind of already out there, but then also like the new stuff that we're gonna make.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the new stuff that you're writing that you're gonna put out, and I'm really excited about all of that. I think I have a good feeling about this year. I say, hoping not to jinx it immediately.
Hey everybody,
I'm gonna knock on wood real quick.
Can you clip that? Can you clip that? And then if the year is really bad, if when we get to the end of December, it's really bad, can someone put that in chat or just send that to me,
right.
And then we can play it back, and I can just smugly look at Lucy while the world is on fire. Maybe after election year, could you, when election is over in November, could you maybe send me that?
All right,
we might need it.
I realized as soon as I said it that it was going to be a problem, but I was trying to be optimistic. I was feeling genuinely optimistic in the moment, and then, about 2 seconds later, I was like, yeah, wait, that might not be
Oh,
it.
no. Well, we'll see. But anytime I ever hear that phrase, I just think of SpongeBob like 2 months later,
Yeah.
and everything's on fire.
I don't know about the state of the world, but in terms of us and our Nightmare Detectives little group, I'm feeling good about that.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know,
That is.
I can't say what beyond that.
That is valid. That is fair.
That's kind of what I'm.
Clue 404. What's with the purple crayon addiction? Huh.
Yeah. What is with the purple crayon addiction?
When I was writing the scripts for the very early Everett stuff, which either Alex Nunez or Evan Diaz suggested needs to be a compilation. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, I will do it. I'll do an every Everett all at once compilation. That's gonna be so annoying. Like, it might only be the intros because the outros are the same. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But yes, I will do it. I will put every single one of them together when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Even if that is next week, I will do it. God help me. I wanted there to be unique skits. So part of the thing of writing these is for Everett is the idea that they are allows me to flex my writing muscles without it being too much. And it builds on the lore of Dusklight Radio. And the purple crayon thing just kind of became a thing. I like the idea of, I was like, what's my favorite crayon? I was like, oh, it's purple. Like, I don't know why. I have a core memory, and purple was my favorite, like, crayon color. I was like, oh, what about the idea of, like, talking about myself in the third person? Because I don't want to be special. Like, this, it's my own universe. It's kind of cringe to make yourself, like, this badass, super awesome, hot, whatever the fuck. So, like, no, just make him a janitor. Like, and then I love Alan Wake, and eventually, obviously, Alan Wake 2. So I wanted to be Artie, the janitor. So I was like, oh yeah, make him a bit of a strange janitor. And then, smearing purple crayon on his face and all that stuff. Like, it just became a thing, and there are listeners that just absolutely love the purple crayon shtick, and it's going to continue. It will continue for as long as people like it. Snow White Pam, I absolutely love you, Dust. Oh, thank you, Pam. I love you guys too. You guys are just so pleasant, so nice. Mysterica, purple crayons are the best. Lol, love Purple Mountain's Majesty growing up. Is that a brand of crayon? Am I being a dumbass right now?
I'm Googling it.
Okay. Well, you've got a message from Sabrina as well. Spirit of Voices, it is always a pleasure to hear your voice, but please don't force your channel when you have a lot going on. I personally do a happy dance every time you pop up in collabs.
No, thank you. I know a couple of your listeners have been my listeners as well, and I always blank on the name pronunciation. Mistiarica, I think.
Mistiarica, but Sabrina's the name, and I only say that because they tagged saying Sabrina at the bottom, which is a lovely name.
Right.
So. And
yeah, I know, but the point is, Sabrina's been a listener of mine for a while too, and I see her sweet comments all the time, and I do really appreciate it. And once again, I hope to get back to my stuff soon, but it's nice to see people listening to the collabs and everything as well, and kind of pointing me, especially on the Dark Somnium's channel, because he has so many subscribers, and most of them don't know who I am, which is totally fair. So every once in a while, I'll see a comment kind of calling me out, and it's always like, I'm always like, oh my god, like somebody knows me, cute. It always feels like an achievement to have like one person be like, oh, that's Spirit Voices, and I'm like, yes, it is. So anyway, I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
We've said, VR Dog, you've heard of the Grimace Shake, but have you heard of the Grimace Crayon? Oh god, no.
Oh god.
Horrifying. Oh yeah.
No, thank you.
No. Mysterica, you are part of my top 5 YouTube, Dark Somnium, Romney, and Big Daddy Stone. I make sure at the top of my place every night. Oh no, you're spamming. It's okay, because you're catching up. That's really sweet of you. Someone did ask where Big Daddy Stone is. I think he's just busy with work. I don't know. But he tends to pop in and out when work's busy, and I'm sure he'll be back. If he hears this, we love you, Big Daddy Stone. A constant, passionate supporter of the channel. A wonderful human being. And an incredibly talented narrator.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him either, but yeah, I love Big Daddy Stone. I hope he's okay. I should email him. I haven't emailed him in a while.
Hell yeah. Aaron Paulus, Spirit is one of the reasons I found Duska. Well, there you go.
Oh, yay. That's good. Okay, so some of your listeners are my listeners, and some of my listeners are your listeners.
We're sharing, yeah.
We're sharing. Wow, look at us go.
But that's that. Yeah, we love that energy. If anyone has any questions, speaking of which, Ethan just popped in. Can we get Endicott to make appearance real quick? If not... Right.
Yeah, DJ, can we get Endicott to make an appearance real quick?
Normally I would consider this sort of thing cringe, like, where someone brings their character, but given that we have thousands of people who do listen to this, excuse me for a moment. I will go and fetch him.
Okay, I got the stream in the meantime. Don't worry. So what's up, you guys? How's everybody doing? How are you guys enjoying the stream? Cool. All right. This is.
Fucking Christ! It's so bright.
Oh.
Where the fuck am I?
He always pops in from like a different dimension. Or
I was in the astral plane. I was hooking up with some remarkable light bitches.
Oh, great.
Oh, why am I here? What do you want?
Hi, Endicott.
Address me properly. What is my name?
I'm gonna have to.
Yes, you are. Yeah, look at your secret tome. Look at your book of mysteries.
I got it. 1 sec.
I expect a proper introduction, or my steez is fucking off.
No, I get it.
Give me oomph. Give me power. Words are power. Names are power. Hurry!
I totally agree. I'm doing some frantic searching.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, wait. I got it. Hello, Wizard Endicott, the effervescent warlock of the world unseen, scourge of the bullies, and constant thorn in the side of justice! 6-star General of the Unification War between Sturgeon, Minotia, Mantis Bay, and Piranha Peaks. The monsters know you as Sturgeon the Forbidden. The farmers know you as the Cultivator.
The Black
Wolves refer to you as Vechior the Unpaying. And the Cryptic Compendium calls you that drug-addled twat, and the mundane know you as Dave. How are you doing
It is pronounced twat. Your people have ruined a perfectly good swear. It is twat. Say it with me. Twat, not twat. There is no O. Thank you. Yes.
Thank
Hello.
you for educating me.
Now you must swear properly.
I forgot. I didn't even process how I was saying.
Yes, because you went back to Freedom Land, where they take the language and they. Yes, more or less the better. Why am I here? What do you want?
You were requested specially by the audience at large. So.
Really? The audience at large.
well, like at least
This
one
sounds
person.
this sounds like a honey trap.
At least one, Ethan Nelson
Where are
specifically.
the bitches coked in oil and with computer dust waiting to snare me? The fucking feds. You think I don't know their games?
Is that what you were promised? Because we don't have that.
No, you don't have feds. You don't have. Nah, I know the popo. I can hear them coming a mile away. You don't hear the oinking on the horizon?
That seems like a different problem. I think that might be something separate from
Oh, it's this Ethan Nelson. How do you know that they're not a fed? Hmm?
Well,
Hmm?
I mean, I guess I don't.
Yeah. Yes. Trust nobody. Every
I don't
motherfucker
think
trying to
so.
take your strap. Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's why you gotta give them the rat-a-tat-tat. Turn him into a bomber clot, you know?
right. I mean, I do
There are
have that
ops
concept,
everywhere.
yeah.
There are ops everywhere, spirits.
I'm right. Sorry, I'm just taking notes.
You
Right.
flicker as always, but eventually you will stop flickering. An op will
Oh.
find you.
Wait, is that a threat?
No, I'm not from me. No.
Oh,
I'm just trying to give you some advice. Just saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait for the viewer number to tick down to 3.
Oh yeah, me too. This is a really great bit.
This
that
is
we're
a really
doing.
good stream idea. Yell into the microphone. The magical talk bot. I don't know why I'm pretending I don't know what it is. I fucking huff computer dust.
Yeah, we're like from the present time.
Yes, Ethan Nelson, possible federal agent. Endicott does not do threats. He makes promises. Yes.
Yeah, well, that sure can.
Where is
happen,
Ballista? I prefer her. Where is Ballista?
yeah. Oh, I know you do. I know you do.
What do you do?
prefer
What do
her.
you mean? You don't know me. You don't know. You don't know who I've killed.
Well, wait. Did you kill Ballista? But how was that related?
No.
Okay.
No, no. Well, is this? Are we good? Are we done?
I think let's ask the. Oh,
I would not. Ethan wants Ballista. I think we're saving that for another encounter. I am not
That's
ready.
later.
I am not ready with 10 minutes left to go to deal with that.
I think maybe that's like a next Wednesday situation.
Oh no. VR Dog knows one of my secret names. He called me Dave. Ah! They're
Oh.
coming!
And
They're coming!
twins, too.
The fence!
Oh, there he goes.
Ah, fuck!
Yep, there he goes. All right, everybody, good work. I think that was a successful undertaking that we had here, and hopefully TJ comes back soon because I'm really not good at holding down the fort by myself. So,
I'm just gonna sit here and watch you suffer for a minute.
please don't.
There is a computer dust shaped Endicott running out of my study.
There always is when he's there.
Yeah. My neighbors are gonna be real happy with me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
1:30 in the morning on a storm night, and they're hearing about screaming at the feds.
I hope that my roommate heard me scream justice really loud, because that was fun. I want, if she hears nothing else, I want her to hear that only.
Fascinating. Yeah, don't entice me with computer dust. That's or Endicott. Neither one of us needs that energy right now.
No.
But we are going to be wrapping up in a few minutes here, gang. So any final notes, any final questions, get them in. Otherwise, we will probably be saying goodbye. We'll do another stream. Oh, and the Discord, right? That's the last thing on my fictional itinerary. Gorky, imagine villain that has so many titles that he must go through his villainous monologue that heroes just tap out and leave. Yeah, if Endicott ever turned evil, I think
I think Callista's actually almost walked away from
she
Endicott
has.
a couple
Well,
times.
you've pushed the elevator door handles to
Oh,
make it
right.
quicker. Yeah.
I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of walking away.
Yeah, basically, it's a very rude way of walking away. Too bad I couldn't find any computer dust. So the Discord, we have talked about it. We're just trying to... I know it's not that complicated to set one up, but, like, we're very particular. Lucy and I are kind of undertaking this sort of business venture together, if you will. Even, you know, Dusklight is myself, but Lulu is such a big part of it that we're both very passionate that the space must be catered in a way where it's not... where it's safe for everybody. And obviously I won't be in that much. Not that I think anyone will mind. I'll pop in and out, but I much like Lucy, flicker as always. I get really easily distracted. I socially can be quite awkward in that sense, and I'm kind of like my dear colleagues, the Volgun, Darksomnium, or Romnex, or even Spirit Voices in their Discords. I just kind of pop in and pop out. But I do want a place for you all to go so that you get the announcements when they don't hit your feeds on YouTube, because YouTube fucks the algorithm. A place for you to discuss theories, to look at the books, to look at sales, and Nightmare Detective stuff and voice chat. So we will be sorting that out. What was the reason we've waited? I have completely forgotten, Lucy.
I mean, I know that we were sort of figuring out how to format it. I think Amy was going to help with that too. Just sort of figuring out, you know, what channels to include and which ones not to. We have a couple templates, sort of, with the other YouTube Discords that exist, but yeah, there's just, I don't know, we just haven't really had much time to have that discussion either with our separate holiday trips and everything like that. So we just sort of need to, like, redirect back into it.
Yeah, I think we just want to make sure we get mods in there as well, like good moderation, and then we'll try and get that up probably in the next couple of weeks. Like, once we have some time, when things calm down before I go on my next bloody long trip. I am on vacation as well at the beginning of February. It's my first vacation in, 16 years. So I'm looking forward to that. I will have content going up regardless. You guys won't even know that I'm gone. But yeah, we'll sort that out. We'll probably talk more about it this week, and then we'll get that sorted for everybody. Ethan Nelson, I imagine there is a landmass between the Americas and Europe, and that is where Sturgeon resides. Kind of, yeah. I mean, I think Sturgeon's not landlocked because it has a bay. It has things like that. So yeah, that's not a bad way of looking at it, actually. I don't know. What's your headcanon for that, Lucy?
Oh man, I don't know. So for me, I'm also just notoriously bad with existing geography. So so I don't even know if I've actually ever pictured. I almost see. I know that we've talked about, you know, existing countries in Sturgeon. So I know that they're on the same plane, but I almost imagine it, I don't know, I usually imagine it kind of almost in a different dimension entirely, like still on Earth technically, but like just like one to the left. You know what I mean? Like it exists in its own location, but you know, it is relative to other countries. It's just sort of like you almost enter a different dimension going into it. That's how you have to get there. Like that's sort of how that's almost how I like envision it most of the time, but I don't know if that's
one day we will answer that question. Although, and another nice little plug for tomorrow, I would say chapter 3 goes into detail on what Sturgeon is, because the whole story takes place in a new county called Dondella. So right now I have really started developing the map a little bit. We have Sturgeon, we have Menosha County, we have Coralla, Angleron, and Dondella. So Dondella, I think, is the one that breaks the fish mold, but sort of. But yeah.
Sabrina's that's interesting.
Okay. So let's catch it. So same here. Everything is distracting. Ooh, you saw not Pokemons with guns. I love and hate it. Power World, Gorky. I am not gonna lie, interested in Power World.
Oh, I saw that on Steam.
I saw the original ad, and I was really put off by it because it looked like a bad mobile game. But no, they've kept to it, and it's, you know, the only thing is there's a big AI focus, but, you know. But I will have a look at that. VR Dog 24, can we get a channel in the Discord reserved for Endicott ranting about the feds? I think we could do that. I think that's very doable.
We can manage something like that.
It will only cause us to be on one watch list, but sure. Aaron Paws, where would the Sturgeon be located? It's in Hollow Earth. That's not a bad idea. And I feel like Sturgeon is like the Bermuda Triangle, but can be anywhere. You guys have some fucking great ideas.
That's great. That's sort of what I was imagining. Like, you know, it's still on Earth, but it's like a different... It's still different somehow, you know?
I really like that idea. That is fucking cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's a good way to describe what I was sort of trying to get across and failing to get across.
And last but not least, gang, as we wrap up this lovely stream, the 30 people, that was great. Just to let you know, if you want to read chapters 1, 2, or 3 of the new book, bearing in mind they are not available anywhere, and they won't be until it's published with a publisher. They are available on the Patreon for any price you want to pop in. That is entirely up to you. That is not something you have to do. I just want to make sure that there's always things for people who are subscribing. But if you can't do that at the moment, that's totally fine. You will be able to hear it tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow by the Dark Somnium, and of course the spaces in between. I am really excited to finally get that ball rolling. Gang, thank you very, very much for joining us this evening on a frigid Sunday. I'm really, really grateful. Lulu, any thoughts from you?
No, yeah, as always, thank you guys for being here and supporting us and the Nightmare Detectives and Sturgeon as a whole.
From small business owner Lucy.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, it's always fun to do the stream, because I don't do a lot of live streams anymore, well, if I ever did in the first place, but it's fun to just, like, hang out and you know, talking about all this stuff that we're both really invested in, and just sort of getting to interact with you guys is always very fun. You guys are all very sweet, and we're happy that you're happy with what we're doing. Basically.
We're happy that you're happy. I don't think, I try not to do these without Lucy. I prefer having someone like Lucy with me I mean, I can do them on my own, but it's just nicer when Lulu's here. But yeah, gang, thank you very much. It has been an absolute pleasure. Again, thank you. Shout out to Ronnie for joining us for a little bit. And, you know, for all the work and promotion he does for the channel. Thank you to all of you for joining us. Right now as well. Oh, yeah, so, of course, Pizza Hotline, Polybreak Disc 5. And right now I'm playing the Underwater Jungle D&B, a jungle drum and bass mix by Gelati, which I believe also does have Pizza Hotline on it again, but a lot of really, really lovely video game drum and bass and jungle music, which is, of course, we're just using the background. Please go and support the original creators. And, yep, you will hear Everett's dulcet tones bringing in the bar tomorrow. And we will see you again when the sun sets and dusk enters the station. Take care, everybody.